Hi guys, for any of you who don't know me, my name's Aine French and I've been with Forever for 16 months now. I'm going to run you through just a bit about my life. Kind of had a few swerves along it, but we'll see it as we go along. So this is kind of who I think I am, who I know I am, and where it all began. My whole life was about camogie. I picked up the stick at 12 years of age, and typical me, just fell in love with it. Before I got into my life with the camogie, basically, I'm just an ordinary girl. I'm a daughter to two amazing parents. I know we all think our folks are brilliant, but I think I've got the best ones in the world. And I'm a sister to three brothers, three pains actually, and I'm a friend, and I'm very lucky to have a fantastic circle of friends, and I've got a lot of new friends now, which is great as well. So the type of person I am is when I decide to do something, I just go for it. There's just nobody can stand in my way. And these pictures depict that. Lifted the stick and I wasn't happy just to play the sport of camogie. I wanted to be an All-Ireland champion. Nothing else was going to be good enough. And so I went about it. And as you can see here, it all looks rosy, but I actually was faced with a lot of difficulties. I was actually born with a hole in my heart. And I don't know how my mum let me go out the door because I just was very determined. I was told at 16 to stop playing. And stubborn is probably a good way to describe me. And I told the doctor I was going to win an All-Ireland. So, as you can see, I won too. Very, very lucky girl. Don't think it's not the will to win, but the will to prepare to win that makes a difference. I don't think you have to be brilliant to achieve great things. I just think you have to want them really, really bad. And no matter who you are, we all have the ability to do that. This is me. Basically, go ahead and tell me I'm not good enough. Tell me that I can't do it. And I will show you over and over again that I can. So, 1993, I got married on a Friday. Guess what? Played my first All-Ireland on the Sunday. Because my whole life was about planning around winning an All-Ireland, so nothing else kind of came close. So, did that. Sorry, Galway, but we did it on the pitch. And I kind of feel like I'm on Croke Park today, guys, because I'm a team player. And I don't like standing alone. That's probably why I'm wobbling about here. But I've got my team all around me, and I know that every one of them is, whether they're here today or not, they're with me. And the second All-Ireland came, 1994, very quick. Sorry, Kildare, but had to do it. And followed 1996, my first son was born, James. Born on the 29th of November, and there again, I was back on the pitch, March. First game back in April. And that's when it all kind of took a downturn. Disaster struck that day. I didn't just get an injury, I broke my shoulder. I don't know how, but it was life-changing for me. I didn't know who I was without camogie. I didn't know how to be without camogie in my life. And I found it very, very difficult to cope with that. From that day on, life changed. I lost my reason for just having plans, for doing anything. And I became very depressed. And I'm not going to dwell on depression, guys, because I'm getting stronger every day. And it has been a big part of my life. And it has held me back many times. But when things happen, you just have to keep going. And so the compensation came. Fantastic compensation. It's my amazing family. As you know, James was born in 1996 and couldn't play camogie, so Grace followed in 1998. And then my wee twin daughters, Hannah and Olivia. Olivia's here today. The rest are all out working, earning a living. Came 2001. So I had the complete, perfect family, and they were my world. They are my world. I was passionate about my sport, and I'm passionate about my kids. I was very fortunate, guys. Very fortunate to be a stay-at-home mum, and God, it's amazing to get up and bring your kids to school every day, just to be there for every single thing. Sport was a big part of our life, so I got to see all their games and be a part of everything. I was also very fortunate to have been very comfortable in life, and I had a very five-star life. I had the beautiful home, the sports cars, the five-star holidays that we're all here trying to achieve in this amazing company. And what looked like the perfect ideal world really wasn't, because all that time I was struggling with my inward battle with depression. And I think I became a very easy person to hurt because I became a very insecure person. And again, I think that was a time in my life when I became lost in myself. Very happy to be mum, very happy to throw my whole drive and my whole energy into my kids, but didn't really know where I was in all of that. So life-changing moments come along, and it's October 2010. And this is Annabelle. She would have been 10 yesterday. She's the daughter of my good friend Maria. Aunt Maria got me drunk one night and asked me to do a challenge in memory of Annabelle. And very, very lucky that that stage in my life, I was able to commit to something like that. And again, when I commit to something, there's no stopping me. So Maria falls pregnant. I'm sure I'm left to do Cycle China. So, I track the roads. My kids are off to school. I get on my bicycle, cycle 100 miles, come back, make the dinner, as you do. But I really, really got such satisfaction from this journey. It was an emotional roller coaster. I believe this journey led me to have the strength that I actually didn't know that I had. Because as you're going along those roads, traveling up through those mountains, you have a lot of time to go through things in your mind. And life started to kick into place about why I wasn't playing camogie. Sure, I couldn't. Somebody had to stop me. So that man up above broke my shoulder and made me become mommy. So, things happen for a reason. But however, I'm coming back from this amazing 10-day journey, my whole world fell apart, or the world that I knew it. I arrived home to the breakdown of my marriage, and I no longer was we no longer had a family unit. I'd never paid a bill, guys. I'd never looked after myself. Sure, my mommy and daddy did everything for me my whole life, and then I get married and he does everything for me. And didn't have a direct debit. Didn't know how to exist, guys. And it was a really difficult point for me because all I cared about was my family. I loved being a family unit. I loved everything that came with family and was very, very proud of my family. So for the second time in my life, I found myself in a really dark, dark place, and everything became a struggle. But I guess this is very true. I didn't realize who I was until I stopped being who I wasn't. Slowly and painfully, the reality was kicking in, guys. My marriage broke down in 2010, and for the first 2 years, life didn't change so much. Still being looked after, life kind of wasn't so bad, but I started to hide away within myself. The next 2 years were pretty different. Things changed drastically, and I decided to hide away. I painted the face on the Monday when I was going for my shopping, and when my mum and dad come out, I tried to paint the face on sometimes, but took a lot out of my family, took a lot out of my mum and dad. And everything got worse as the years went on. So about 2 years ago, the reality was that I was losing my home, our family home. Didn't matter about the holidays, didn't matter about the cars, but you're losing your home. It's a very big impact on you, and it's a very, very hard thing to go through. But sure, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But my why, my reasons, these are my darkest days were bright because of these 4 children. They are my heart, they're my soul, they're my everything. They're not perfect, drive me nuts. See, especially those 2 oldest ones, but I wouldn't be where I am today without them, because when you've got a reason to get up every day, you'll get up and you'll drag yourself up, and they were my reason to get up each day. So we've all heard this saying, forever find you. And boy, did forever find me. And it's mad how we talk about where it all starts, but these two wee boys up in the top corner, this is actually Fiona, my upline son, and my son, best friends from nursery school. And then they're handsome guys there, they're formal. And because of that friendship, I was getting these wee messages. Because, my son was talking to Fiona. He was telling her, obviously, how bad things were, and she was probably worrying. And Fiona kept sending wee messages about this amazing opportunity she'd found. She thought it would be perfect for me. I felt like screaming. How is this wee job going to pay my bills and get me a home? Like, was she stupid? So I'll tell you what I did, guys. I started to do eBay, and I decided if everybody else can have a midlife crisis, well, sure, I'll have one too. And I went to Vegas. And I came back with another broken shoulder. A different broken shoulder. I'll not tell you what my mommy said when I phoned her from the airport. But the reality was, I thought, sure, I can't get out of the house, I can't drive. Sure, Fiona calls out, it'll be a chat if nothing else. But Fiona called out. And she showed me something that she thought could work for me. And I had been hiding away, and to the outside world, everything still looked idyllic in my world, but the reality was very, very different. Fiona was probably freezing that night, because we didn't really have a lot of oil at times. We used to put it on when somebody was coming for an hour. It was a big, big house, couldn't really heat it. And with no Wi-Fi, and if any of you got 4 teenagers, you know that's like not having food. But it was really, really hard. But sometimes you've got to lose, as I keep saying, you've got to lose everything to gain everything. And so I decided to give it a go. Give it a go on a C9, because it piled on a bit of weight at Vegas or whatever. But Fiona knows this is very true when I say that in that beautiful big house on that Sunday night, between my 2 oldest kids and I, we scraped together £199.75. And we scraped it together. And my promise to my kids was, I'll have it back to you next week. Because when I commit to something, I'm not going to do something half-heartedly. And that's kind of how it started. So you can't do this without help. And as a single mum, I couldn't do it without help. But I also couldn't do it without Wi-Fi. So this is my office. It's Costa Coffee in Rushmere Shopping Centre. They know what I drink, and it's actually getting really funny now, because sometimes when I go in, customers will go, I'm leaving now, if you want your seat. And it just makes me laugh now, but it's actually it's my lucky spot. I love it. It makes me feel like I'm working, even when I'm drinking coffee and chatting to my friends. I still think I'm at work. But I couldn't do it without all the help, and my mum and dad, boy, did they step up. I lived in the country, no bus route, kids at school, and I can't do technology, guys. This clicker's really causing me problems at the minute. But I'm so petrified of the computer that it's not even funny. But my mum and dad did everything, made the dinners, picked the kids up from school. I came home and the house was cleaned. But there's another reason why my house was cleaned, because I have these 4 amazing kids, 2 quite lazy and 3 other, and I've got Kim and Aggie, my twins. So I'll give you a laugh, because I was coming home on Thursday night from Derry. It was about 12 o'clock, it shouldn't have been, but you know the way you enjoy this work, and it's not really like work. It was about 12 o'clock, and there's Olivia hoovering through the window at 12 o'clock at night. Social services would be after me big time, but my kids really stepped up, because I've been there 24/7. Every day of the week I was there, picking them up from school, whatever, and all of a sudden I wasn't there. But they didn't let me down. They really, really stepped up to the mark. And, I maybe did skip there, because there's my mum and dad. That's the brothers, Paynes. And, without them all, I couldn't have done it. Moving house, everything, it was a very, very difficult stage. Leaving your home where you've gathered all your memories. But we got there, lots of low, low moments. But my best friend will kill me to know that she's up on this slide. But I'm very, very blessed to have fantastic friends. Lots and lots. I'm a very, very lucky girl. And I hate to single one out, because every one of you, from my school days, from my sporting days, are so important in my life. And that girl's my rock, because I have been very, very low at times. There has been days when I didn't want to go on. And I'm sure there's somebody sitting out there today who knows that feeling. But the people around you, they pull you back, and I'll be forever grateful to them. And she'll probably never speak to me again. But I believe that everything happens for a reason. People change so that you can learn to let go, and things go wrong so that you can appreciate them when they're right. You believe lies so you eventually learn to trust no one but yourself, and sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together. I thought yous were all nuts the first day I came here, and now I think I'm one of yous. I start listening to myself at times and I think, oh my God, I hear myself. But I do believe this, and what I've realised now is that everything does happen. Things do happen. You know, I lived in a bubble. I lived in a big princess bubble because I'm an only girl. Sure, I am a princess. And I thought everything was just rosy, and it's not. Life throws you different swerves and you've got to go different directions. But I'm challenged by anxiety every day. But you know what? I'm amazed today. Because the last time I was on this stage, the last day I was on this stage, you saw a girl having a total meltdown. And you know what? I don't care. Because you have to hit rock bottom to start crawling back up again. And the stage actually didn't even look big today. I was quite amazed how small it looked. Because I was coming on going, it's Crow Park. You know, it's Crow Park, but seriously, there's not enough room for my team up here at all. The anxiety's an awful thing, guys. I have pins and needles right to my fingertips at the minute and right to my toes. Something really strange has happened today. It's the royal jelly, guys. Trust me. My heart's not beating as fast as it usually would because I think today is about closure for me. It's about, my business is amazing and I love it, but it needs a new start, a kickstart. So from day one, passionate is definitely what I am. Passionate about my sport, passionate about my kids, and I was passionate about getting to manager because seriously, that money was going to sort the problems out for me. So manager in 13 weeks, car plan in 8 months, and qualified for Eagle after 9 months. But I'm actually having the time of my life. I don't feel like I work one day. And my dad used to say, get to bed early now, get you home and get to sleep early. I come home to Derry the other night, my daddy says, what time are you home at, love? 12 o'clock. Oh, that's not too bad. And I thought, where's that coming from? I really get it, like. But it's just an amazing company, guys. And if anyone's sitting there today just thinking about it or thinking it's not working for you, make it work. You know, it's absolutely amazing. My children just blow me away. How lucky am I? Every one of my children are wearing their county colours. I think my blood's orange, guys. I really do. And I don't care if they never wear a county jersey again, but that is just huge for me. My kids, they're so talented, but they're mine, and whether they're lazy and useless at times, they're my lazy and useless, but they do make me proud every single day. So, my 5 tips, or 6 tips actually, it's not 5, 6. Believe you can and you will. There's no such word as can't. You know, I can't do technology, but you know what? I find a way around it. So don't let anything stop you. Work hard. This isn't going to happen if you just sit there and think that, oh, it all sounds good and it's lovely. You've really got to work by helping others. I absolutely love the idea, the fact that this is a team business because, as you can see from my life, my family, I'm all about team. Everything we do is about team, and I'm not here today because I do something great. I'm here today because of everyone that has come into my business. Don't be afraid. Do have courage. It's really scary at times. And understand that life is a learning curve. It is tough, and there are days that I still find tough. But just look at your why. Just have it there in front of you. I can't get away from mine. They're 24/7, but your why is your reason why you'll do this business. Never forget your why. And when things are tough, I think back to how we gathered those pennies and how that £199.75 changed my life. What has forever done for me? I think you'll all agree it's given me confidence. Sometimes I'd say I'm a leader. I don't think I'm a leader. I think I'm led by great people and I just follow the steps along. I think it's amazing. You know, Marion, you're sitting there in front of me, and I was in Kerry at March. My daughter was dancing, and I really thought I had this guy signed into my business. And I was like convinced. It didn't work out. I'd spent months working on it, and I pulled into the road and just started crying. And I thought, catch yourself on. What would Marion Fitzgerald say? So people are driving past, and the guard actually drove past and pulled in and asked if it was okay, and I goes, I'm fine, I'm just having a good chat to myself here. So I just said, let it go. What has Marion said us all? Just let it go. You know, don't get hung up on the bad days or the no's, but have self-belief. I never believed in myself, but I do now, and I can't believe I'm standing here saying it. I really do believe that I can do this business and that it's going to create a fantastic future for me and my family. It's given me peace of mind. I can do it on my own. I'm an independent woman. I've got friends, new friends. Some I just can't get away from. Some are just absolute tortures. I have to block them on my phone, but I wouldn't be here without every single one of you. And a lifestyle. It's great because I have this selection of really, really cute dresses and I love to get to wear them. So my mommy always tells me off, but you know, everybody's saying to me, you're having a great social life. I go, I'm never out, I'm always working. But, you know, as far as everybody's concerned, I'm out and you know, I'm there. So everything definitely does happen for a reason. My shoulder broke and stopped me because I wasn't strong enough. And forever I can do, and I found because I am strong enough. I'm a team player, and I'm here because every single one of my team, this is some of them up here. If someone tells you you can't do something, prove them wrong. I'm an independent woman. Thanks to forever. Some people confuse passion with crazy, but let me be clear, I am batshit passionate. So, really think this sums me up, guys. She believed she could, so she did. You know, I know you meet a lot of negativity, and you're maybe sitting there thinking, oh, there's a lot of people doing it. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to anybody. This business works, and I wouldn't want to be sitting in the same situation that I was in. Funny, before I finish, I'll tell you about my best friend. I used to sit in her kitchen. My mum was always worrying where I was. I was usually just in Kathy's kitchen. And I just kept saying, is this it? Is this my life? I wasn't wanting this just to be my life. And forever did find me because I was waiting for something. And dreams do come true. They really do. So I hope you enjoyed my lifestyle slot. I can't believe that I didn't cry. I can see but you when you dance.